In this video, we will be discussing how to complete a conversion problem that involves dosages. Our problem states a doctor prescribes a dosage of 300 milligrams of a drug Chemonex. The only Chemonex tablets in stock are 75 micrograms. How many tablets are required to fill the prescription? A good method for attacking this sort of problem is to complete a unit map. In our problem, we are told that we need 300 milligrams. So our beginning unit for our unit map will be milligrams. Even if we don't know anything else, we recognize that the unit milligram is a prefix, so we can change this prefix unit into a base unit, gram. Our problem states that we have tablets in the form of micrograms, so we can change our grams into micrograms. Ultimately, we're trying to figure out the number of tablets that we need, and in our problem, there is a hidden conversion unit, and that conversion unit is that there are 75 micrograms for every 1 tablet. So there is a relationship between micrograms and tablets. So that will be our last unit conversion. Because we're completing a conversion, we will make a conversion table. In our conversion table, we will convert milligrams to grams, then grams to micrograms, and then micrograms to tablets. In our conversion table, we will start with the information that's given to us in our problem. And the information in our problem is that we have 300 milligrams. We want to start with this 300 milligrams rather than the 75 micrograms in a tablet, because as I mentioned earlier, this information, 75 micrograms in a tablet, is a hidden conversion unit, and you want to use your conversion units later in your conversion table. So we'll start with 300 milligrams. If we start with milligrams as our unit, then that means that milligrams is the unit that needs to go into the bottom adjacent part of our table. According to our unit map, we're going to go from milligrams to grams. So gram is the unit we will put there. Gram on top means that we will then put grams on the bottom. And we're going to change those grams into micrograms. We know from our problem that micrograms are related to tablets. So we'll put that information in this last part of our table. We talked about in class how if you have a relationship between a prefix unit and a base unit, then you can put the number 1 with your prefix. Here, with microgram and gram, this is also a relationship between a prefix and a base unit, so we can put the number 1 with microgram here. In the last part of our table, even though we have a prefix unit microgram, the conversion factor or equality that we're looking at does not involve a base unit, so we cannot put the number 1 here. Now let's look at our stair-step prefix ladder to determine what number needs to be put with gram. Milli corresponds to 1 times 10 to the negative third, so that's the number that we're going to put with our gram here. Micro corresponds to 1 times 10 to the negative 6, so that is the number that we're going to put with gram in this section of our table. In our problem, it states that there are 75 micrograms in a tablet. So 1 tablet corresponds to 75 micrograms. Now let's put this information into our calculator. $300 times 1 times 10 to the negative third, close your parentheses, divide sign, new parentheses, 1, second EE, negative 6 times 75, close your parentheses, enter. In order to fill this prescription, we will need 4,000 tablets. So our answer here is 4,000 tablets.